Ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, welcome to the Overwatch Cancer Tier List. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch recently, and after 600 levels, I can tell you there is some absolute cancer in this game. Now, every character is cancerous to some degree. That's just the nature of the game. But we do have some special mentions among the cast who are just absolutely awful to play against, to play as. They just genuinely make me unhappy. So let's get right into this. We've got our introduction slide, which I kind of already gave. We can see we've got 27 heroes to go through, and they are all going to be placed into 5 categories. These being benign growths, so non-cancerous, characters with near perfect design, where every hero should aspire to be like them. Then we have stages 1 through 4, where 4 is the terminal stage of cancer. 1 being characters that are just really annoying, but other than that, they're not super problematic. And then stage 4 being they have zero chance at redeeming the character unless they just totally rehaul them. Final rule, this list is not a matter of my opinion, but it's a matter of fact, and those who disagree will perish. So let's start with the benign boys. We've got our Reinhardt. He has a shield. He's a tank. He's the absolute pinnacle of what an Overwatch hero should be. He doesn't have any bullshit abilities. He doesn't do anything crazy OP. He's not annoying. If I die to him, it's usually my fault. Great. We have Furry 76. He's alright. He has a self-heal and his aim, and if he out-aims you, then I mean you get destroyed. His ultimate seems like it would be something frustrating, but so I don't know. I can only tell it's not that bad. He's a decent character. Got our boy Zenyatta, just one of the most balanced characters. Has less healing than the other supports, but the damage makes up for it. We've got Orisa. She's got a shield. She's a well-designed tank, not OP. We've got our boy Lucio. He has speed and heals, and he's got a balance between them. Cool. And then we got our boy McCree. Again, very soldier-esque. Just relies on his aim, so can't be mad when you die to him. But let's move on. These are the benign boys. These are the 6 characters that Overwatch should be like. These should be 27 heroes. But we got to get into stage 1 at some point. So we got our boy Winston. Again, these are characters that are just annoying. But we're still alright balance-wise. Because Winston's he's not OP by any means. But when he's tickling your balls with his electric gun and you're a support just trying to run, and he just keeps hunting you and your teammates refuse to help, it's quite frustrating. We've got Ana. She is totally fine and fun, except for the fact that her sleep dart is one of the most annoying abilities in the game. And when you get anti-healed and you're desperately trying to make an escape, but none of your supports can help you, that's frustrating. We got our boy Roadhog. He has his hook. It's annoying, but it's not OP. They've changed him enough that he's balanced. Got Reaper. He's not very cancerous, but he sure is edgy. And when he's hunting you down, it can feel pretty brutal. Then we've got Zarya, and she's balanced, but when you shoot at a bubble, or you try to hook someone, you try to do anything, and they just get instantly shielded, then sometimes you can have games where it feels like the Zarya just always has Graviton Surge. I've noticed recently. And when you get black holed more than 3 times in a game, that's frustrating, to say the least. Let's move up a level, though. Let's take it up a notch. Stage 2. We've got Torbjorn, my apologies. He's pretty cancerous. We're getting up there now. He's not super OP, which is the only reason he's this low. He's just annoying. Having the turret, it takes no skill to build a turret. You press a button. You can only upgrade it once. I just don't really see the value of Torbjorn. He seems like just like the noob-friendly character of the game. Then we've got live-action Genji. He's pretty annoying, but he's not OP. Again, down so low. He just gets on support's dicks. So he's probably one of the most balanced characters in the entire game, but damned if he's not cancerous. So when you just get hunted by a Genji with Dragon Blade for the 5th time in a game, it's frustrating. We've got Jeff Kaplan starring as Mercy. Mercy, I love Mercy. I was a Mercy main, but I can't deny she's cancer. She takes no skill whatsoever, so even the noobiest noob can pick her up and help her team win games, which is frustrating because you'd like to think that the longer you've played, the better you become. And her res is just always an annoying ability, no matter how much they change it. It's always frustrating to get a kill and then just have them come back. We've got Tracer, or the Flash. They're the same character canonically. And Tracer, again, just like Genji, pretty balanced. But what sets Tracer apart from Genji, in my opinion, is the ultimate. The pulse bomb is one of the worst things they've ever done in Overwatch. It's just, if you're a character without a shield or anything, you get stuck with that, you're just dead if you have 400 health or less. So it feels bad. It's like there's nothing you can do about that. We've got Roblox Bastion, representing the defensive heroes. He's pretty all right. He's not hard to deal with if your team's good. Keyword: if your team's good. If you're like me and you're trash at the game, if an enemy Bastion just sets up in the right place with the Reinhardt, they'll never die, and the whole game will just be spent walking out of spawn and dying as thousands of damage boosted Bastion bullets spray into your head. Lastly, but certainly not least, we've got D.Va. D.Va would be totally alright in my opinion if not for the defense matrix. They nerfed it and they changed it, and it's way worse than it was. But when you pop out an ability or an ult and it just gets eaten because the D.Va pressed right click, feels bad, man. Feels real bad. But this isn't even close. This is only halfway up the ladder. Let's go to stage 3. We're gonna need some real doctors to cure these boys. So we've got Pharah. Pharah, everything about her is great. She's a projectile hero. She's unique, so her design is great. Like, she flies. But therein lies the problem. She's such a unique character that you have to base your entire team around her just to deal with it. And especially in the low ranks that shit players like me play at, you got to assemble all the hit scans. Like, you got to have a McCree and a Soldier and a Widow and 2 competent supports just to have a chance. Not to, like, dominate her, just to get her down once in a while. It's really bad. We've got Sombrero Sombra, and she, again, not stage 4, but getting hacked is one of the least enjoyable things in the entire game. It's usually just that your back's turned and you're busy fighting 5 other people, and she held right click. So it feels kind of bullshit to lose all your abilities because she did that. EMP is super annoying. The radius on that is way too much. Yeah, Sombrero. Junkrat, but he's an actual rat. Junkrat, everything about him is fine, and I really like the bear trap. It's one of my favorite abilities, just to watch people get trapped and set them up for shit. But he just requires no aim. It's a fact of life. I kind of want to respect the guy, but at the same time, can't deny cancer to get hit in the face with a grenade that you know wasn't aimed for you. We have Moira, who you might think is a young boy running like a ninja, but no, it's Moira. And she is absolute AIDS. She's my favorite character in the game, mind you, and I love playing her. But she's cancer. She throws balls that take no aim and do a hell of a lot of work, whether they're healing or damaging. Her beam takes no aim, it auto-locks for you, kind of like Symmetra. And her healing is super powerful, and her fade is one of the most powerful things. Like, you think you've got her pinned down, and then she just teleports 60 feet away. So that's cancer. We've got Brigitte, our newest addition to the lineup, but not to be denied her spot on the cancer tier list. She's pretty bad. She encourages a playstyle of just walk in a straight line and hold left click. If you've ever played TF2 and you've played the Pyro, you'll like Brigitte. And it works, is the worst part. It's very effective, especially if you have a second support. You can just keep all your boys alive while you swing left, swing right, and just dominate the opposition. And last but certainly not least on stage 3, we have our boy, Doomfist. He is just straight up cancer. He's kind of the definite, like, when I think of cancerous characters, it goes to him. The only thing is they've fixed some of his bugs, so he's not stage 4 anymore, but he's damn close. Because if you're a support or a DPS or anyone with, 250 health or less, and you hear that fist charging, you shit yourself every time. And when you get slammed into a wall 30 times in one match, it stops being funny and it stops being cute real quick, and you just get pissed off. So, Doomfist, you've earned your spot here, bud. And now, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please, get ready for stage 4 cancer. We've got our 4 representatives here. Widow and Hanzo encourage the same type of play, sort of, in that it's sit back and let everything kind of happen around you. And in a game like Overwatch, that just doesn't work. It's not fun. Like, a sniper works in a Call of Duty because respawns are short and there's usually no objective in, like, a deathmatch. But when you're trying to contest a point and you have to send one of your teammates You have to have a widow counter, very much like a Pharah. Like, you have to have someone go out of their way to do it, or get a widow yourself, and that's cancer to me. You know, you got to have more than one option for dealing with a character, rather than just having someone go way out of their way to deal with the widow across the map. You've got Hanzo, who's kind of the same, but Hanzo, at least he's like a mid-range, right? So he's a little bit better. Sole reason he's up here, scatter. If they remove that, he'd probably be stage 2 or 3 cancer. He'd be a lot lower than 4. But you know, he does, and it's AIDS, and they took a character who requires aim and just said, hey, what if we gave him an ability that doesn't? And that worked out real well. We've got Mei. Again, her style of play is fine in theory, and I appreciate the uniquity of her, but it doesn't work in Overwatch. Overwatch is a game about getting to the point, flying around, rapid fire, everything's going on around you, but you got to keep track of it all. 6v6, huge fights. And then there's this one bitch who just slows everyone down and completely stops you at points, and then just puts an icicle through your head. It's not fun. It doesn't take a particular amount of skill. She can build walls, which literally just block you from the objective for a few seconds. It's very anti-fun, is what Mei is. And last, but certainly not least, Symmetra, the number one, in my opinion, but this is also fact, most cancerous character in Overwatch. She requires no aim. She doesn't get into the fight much like a Widow or a Hanzo, because she can just sit in a room of turrets and like build teleporter. Her balls build way too fast, like her alternate fire. If she puts down a teleporter, that's AIDS, because even if you win a fight, you can still lose, much like the old Mercy Res. And then if she puts up a shield gen, it's still cancer, and it might actually be worse in a lot of cases, because the enemy team just feels like they're invincible at that point. And then her new, like, proton barrier, I think they call it, the shield thing. Yeah, it just encourages, it's, again, TF2 Pyro. Hold down left click and walk at people, and they can't do shit about it because you just put a 1000 health shield in front of you. It is really not fun to play with, and it makes me want to commit suicide in an actual car wash. So I just want to say congratulations to you guys. Thank you for watching this video. I know it was hard to listen. I know it was hard to look at, but I really do appreciate your time. I hope you guys think about donating to my Patreon. Even a small loan of like $1 million, $500, $1,000, anything, any out-of-pocket change you guys have would make a huge difference. My Patreon is gofuckyourselves@gmail.com. That's gofuckyourselves@gmail.com. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.